Big Dogs. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We are live. Chris, we got a lot of games to talk about and not a lot of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know it always seems to be that problem in the mornings, but you know what? That's why we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna make sure we get everything covered.
Exactly. About some of those early games we talked about yesterday. Central Coast Mariners got another win. It was 2-0 for them at home. In La Liga, we see that Mallorca and Granada is 1-1 right now. I believe we did have both teams to score in that one. And there was one other that we talked about. Not sure which one
Torino
was,
and
but
Napoli, maybe, or that
uh,
just started. So
yeah, it could be that one. There was another one. I was just looking at it and then I forgot. So it's still early. I
must
don't
not
know.
have been that important then.
Yeah. Also, I read today, Chris, that apparently Erling Haaland transfer saga is over. Apparently, he's signing with City. 75 million transfer fee, 30 million paycheck a season, and he's signing until 2027.
I don't know, and maybe I'm jaded or something. That feels kind of low. I mean, across the board. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that it's justified like any massive price tag, but it's just you see that some of the other transfer fees that some of these guys deal with, and some of the salaries they get yearly, and I don't know. It felt like a light number. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my
Well,
mind.
it was supposed to be over 100 million euros fee. Hey, Ashley, there you go. It was supposed to be over 100 million euros fee, but sadly, his agent passed away last week. Mino Raiola passed away,
Yeah,
so that reduced the price tag by a lot, and it will for most of the players that he was in charge of. So
yeah.
we'll see how that will go. But if that's the truth, then Manchester City finally has a striker. So hopefully we can see them getting to the finals instead of losing in the 90th minute.
Oh, that was still too soon for some people.
Yeah, that was a disappointing result, but we'll talk about that more tomorrow, I guess, when Manchester City is playing. Now, Chris, I remember the game. It was Hamburger against Hanover.
Oh,
It's 2-1 for Hamburger. There you go. That
hey, there we go.
that was the one I was missing.
Did Hamburger have the lead at the half? 'Cause I think I remember I had halftime full time in that one.
I think they did. Yeah, it was 2-1 at halftime as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there was three goals in the first 22 minutes and nothing since then. And honestly, I don't mind. This is one game where I don't need goals in the second half. So
Yeah, exactly.
now let's move it on with Bundesliga, Chris. We got five games today, four of which start at 9:30 a.m. So in about 25 minutes or so, Hoffenheim and Leverkusen are playing. The game is in Hoffenheim. Uh, After being the contended for the Champions League spot, Hoffenheim has dropped off the map. They're playing terribly right now. They're conceding goals left and right. However, they are scoring goals pretty consistently. And let me just look at the lineup here. Kramaric, Dabur, Ruder, Baumgartner, Steeler, Vogt, Posch, Baumann on goal. Raul is playing as well. Pretty much the best they can offer, while we know that Patrick Schick is in, Oswald is in, Diaby and Paulinho are leading the charge for Leverkusen. Chris, the top four players. What are your thoughts about this one?
As long as you were saying, I think that as long as if you're Hoffenheim, as long as you got guys like Kramaric and Baumgartner in the lineup, you're always gonna have a chance to at least find the back of the net. And we all know, like you mentioned, Patrick Schick, and the ability for Leverkusen to score as well. I do think there's going to be goals in that one, and that was where my mind was going right off the hop in that game. So I like both teams to score over 2.5. I maybe even push it to -3.5, or even if you just want to take goals. But I think you're doing yourself a disservice here if you don't add the both teams to score option in that one.
Yeah, you know what? The price on both teams to score has gone down by by quite a bit. I think it was around minus 220 yesterday. It's minus 265 right now. Both teams to score in over 2.5 is minus 167, which is a bit steep. Might be good enough for someone, but it's not good enough for me, honestly. So I would take that both teams to score in over 3.5. You're getting that at plus 123.
Yeah, that's not a bad option at all. I think there's going to be goals galore here.
Well, Cody, as you can see, Ashley is in the live chat and not with us in the live show, so she is not doing the live show anymore. I also like over 1.5 goals in the first half, Chris, plus 110.
Yeah, I think that's a definite that's a viable option as well. I think like I said, you're looking for goals in this one left and right, and I think that's just the avenue to go in this one to try to maximize value.
And as Ashley says in the live chat, if Patrick Schick to score at any time is at plus 100 and it's plus 115 here in my book, that's actually quite surprising to me because they are playing against the team that is conceding a ton of goals and it's not that good defensively. Uh, Plus 115 with Patrick Schick to score at any time, I think that's a gift, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that is a gift from the books, and if you're able to take advantage of it, do it because you're not going to get prices like that very often.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, you got any other insight on this game, Chris? We
Yeah,
know that Leverkusen will be staying probably in the Champions League spot. They are 4 points above that fifth place, and Leipzig. They need only one more point to kind of secure that spot, and I honestly think they might get it in this game.
yeah. I don't know if I'm going to jump on a side in this one. It may be Leverkusen, like you said, given recent form for Hoffenheim, but no, I think goals are probably just the way I want to stay in this one.
Exactly. Now, Chris, did you put in any previews? Please say yes.
I did, but not for soccer.
Ah, man.
You corrupted me, but the problem is that it's so late in the season that it's hard to figure out who's going to play for what, and I know there are still teams with stuff to play for, but when I can have a clean slate and start from the beginning, that's probably when I'll jump in on premiums.
All right, all right, all right. I have a 5 pack on, and the first game starts at 9:30. So check that out, guys. And after all of this morning and early afternoon picks are gone, I will probably put in some MLS for later, just to have some fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see 8:20. Chris is not in the mood for soccer previews. I don't know.
I
Is that
am. I will be eventually. Okay. Just take it for what it is. At least I can give them out here for now.
all right? You put in soccer previews for tomorrow,
Oh
and I'll
Lord.
come take you for burgers.
Okay, so how many am I putting in?
Three are enough.
Oh jeez. Okay. See,
Okay.
Gordon knows how to
Uh,
twist my arm.
yeah. Chris, Greuther Fürth and Borussia Dortmund in Bundesliga. I'm looking at the lineups here. Haaland is in, Royce is in, Julian Brandt, John Bellingham, Marius Wolf, Axel Witzel. Pretty much lineups that we can expect from Dortmund. They do have a lot of injuries still, and I mean a lot of injuries. But so does Greuther Fürth, and honestly, Greuther Fürth has nothing to play for in this game. They haven't had anything to play for in a while.
Yeah, they didn't really ever really sort of get off the mark, and you know, Brucey Dortmund. We talked about this in our videos that I just think that even though Dortmund really has nothing but pride and positioning to play for here, they want to sort of maintain their grip on second in the Bundesliga, if nothing else, and just really sort of focus on building positive vibes. And while Greuther Fürth, would probably want to give their fans something positive to cheer about before going back down to Bundesliga 2, I don't see it coming against Dortmund. I think I'm going with Dortmund minus 1.5 here. I think this one's probably just going to be a bit of a romp for Dortmund, and probably I'd say one of the last stops on the Erling Haaland Borussia Dortmund farewell tour.
Yeah, we see that in the live chat here, Chris, that Ashley suggested Grutterford to score first in the first half. Sorry, plus 165. We know that Borussia's defense has been anything but good this season. Do you think there's value in that pick?
There could be. It's just I this is personal preference. I don't trust Greuterfurt to really do much of
Yeah,
anything. But again, it's definitely possible given the stakes on both sides. There's not that really much, but contractual obligations and pride to play for at this point. So
yeah. I do like goals in this game. Honestly, I think that Borussia can score at least three on their own here. However, I do like Holland to score two plus goals for plus 175. As you mentioned at the beginning of our show, this is one of his last games for Borussia Dortmund, and he's going to do everything he can to play well and to get on the score sheet a few more times to kind of say goodbye to the fans that accepted him so fast and the club that gave him the chance to play at the very top level here. So I think in the last two games of the season, he might score at least four or five goals, to be honest. And I wouldn't be surprised if he got a hat trick in this one.
yeah, I wouldn't be either. I wonder what the odds are on that.
Plus 175
Just
on,
to score a hat trick.
no, to score two plus goals and to score at least three goals. Where are you? Plus 600 on Holland to score at least three
I
goals.
would sprinkle a couple bucks on both. I like obviously two or more a lot more, but plus 600. Why not take a shot on it?
Yeah. Uh, Okay, we got Freiburg and Union Berlin, Chris, going on today. These two teams are, I believe, fighting for the Champions League, and at least Union Berlin is, if I'm not mistaken, not you. Freiburg is. Freiburg is in fourth right now with 55 points, which is 1 point or more than Leipzig has in fifth. Union Berlin is seventh with 51, but they are fighting for that Europa League spot or the Conference League spot.
Yeah, I think you mean Onion Berlin for how many times this team's made me cry this season. But you know what? I think I like the. I went back and forth on this game. Both teams playing fairly well. Four wins and a draw in their last six. I think I'm leaning towards the draw in this one personally. I mean, both teams, like I said, in great form. Both have picked up some solid wins as of late. Union Berlin had that the draw against Greuther Fürth in their last matchup, and I just I just see this one ending 1-1, maybe 2-2, but I just see it ending all square and really both sides just having to settle for the point here. It would help both, I think, a little bit. Maybe Berlin just a little bit more because then they'd be level on points with Cologne, but I'm having a hard time separating the two, so I'd probably go with the draw personally.
Uh, Honestly, I'm giving a slight advantage to Freiburg in this one, to be honest. I think they are the better team, and even though Union Berlin has been outstanding lately, undefeated in the last, what, 5 games or so, they are scoring goals, but I think that Freiburg at home, they are very solid at home on their stadium, and with the Champions League aside for them, I don't see them dropping points here. I think they get away here, and at minus 125, I think I'll take that as well.
Like I said, it's a tough game. It's because really, realistically, both teams are fighting for something here. Because Union Berlin on the outside looking in at those European spots by a point right now, and Cologne have. I'm trying to remember who they played. They play someone to. They play Wolfsburg today.
Yeah, they are playing Wolfsburg at home.
So I mean uh, that's I think that's a game that Cologne probably wins. So I think Union Berlin has to be on the front foot as well.
I mean, even Cologne is in the Champions League fight because they're only 3 points away from Freiburg in that fourth spot. And with 2 games left, I think it's going to be very exciting finish in Bundesliga.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's this is a league that I'm actually looking forward to watching how everything finishes. Yeah, the title race has been decided, but so many things could happen in the last couple of weeks in terms of the Champions League and Europa League positioning.
You know what? I see that Cody here in live chat says that
So this,
football has to have shutouts, actual shootouts instead of the draws. You know what? MLS did have
yeah,
that.
and I remember.
The type of shootouts,
You know
and
what?
that was the most ridiculous thing ever.
But see, here's the thing. I don't mind some of that if it's just like a gimmicky league, like MLS. I'm not saying MLS is a gimmicky league, but it's just
It used to be.
that's the kind of thing that they would do, is that they would have the shootouts because they wanted to draw eyes to the product and draw exposure to the product. But I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like, honestly, I wouldn't. I think that would be an
And it
interesting
wasn't a
wrinkle.
classic shootout, right? It was
Yeah,
a shootout where a player got the ball at the midfield
a
or
breakaway
whatever
from
and
half.
just go one on one with a goalkeeper. That looked like something we did back in school in like fourth grade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a breakaway from midfield, and they would always come in, and the goalie would always charge out to the top of the 18. And
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but someone got snapped at the top of the box, and they had to do it again.
I saw a video of Jesse Marsh taking one of those kicks. It was up on Twitter maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and I was laughing my ass off when I saw Jesse Marsh going one on one for it. I don't know who was he playing for though.
Probably Red Bulls.
Was it Gallup? Yeah, right. You're right. It was Red Bulls, and it was so funny to see. Now, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us once again. Pedro, 820, Ashley, of course, Cody. Uh, I see that somebody mentioned Barcelona over 2.5, and if I'm being honest, I like it more with both teams to score at over 2.5. But I do have a big premium. I do have a big double with Barcelona to win at over 2.5 goals, in a double with Liverpool to win at over 2.5 goals, plus 489. That's how much it was when I snagged it yesterday. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities, and I think that that one might hit actually.
You know what? You know me in Liverpool. It's like oil and water. It's not something I back unless it's absolutely necessary, and for me, most times it's not. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I do like. They do. Cody, I'm not sure they did. They still do a shootout in the World Cup, but not the breakaway from half.
Yeah, they do shootouts only in the knockouts, and they do
Yeah,
shootouts in the Champions League and the
it's
and all the like all the tournament
yeah,
competitions. They are doing it only in the knockouts though. But they did it in the MLS after every game ended in a draw in the 90 minutes, right?
yeah, yeah.
David, yes, there will be parlay today. There will be two parlays. We're going head to head after taking a break last weekend. Chris and I are back to going head to head with the three-legger each. So we'll see how's that gonna look like. Well, Chris,
Not
Torino Napoli is still 0-0.
not gonna look good for Goran, that's for sure.
Oh, I look good enough, so
Yeah, Torino Napoli. I mean, that was a game that I think we expected a ton of goals from, and it hasn't shaken out like that in the first 20 minutes.
yeah, it there's time still.
Yeah, there is.
Now, Chris, let's move on to the EPL. We got what 1, 2, 3, 4 matchups at 10 a.m. One at 12:30 and one at 2:45. The 2:45 one is the big one, the one that might decide the title winner, or the one that might decide the last Champions League traveler. But let's start with Chelsea and Wolverhampton, Chris. I'm looking at the lineups here. Timo Werner and Lukaku are leading the charge for Chelsea. Pulisic is behind them. Alonso, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, and Reece James are the midfield four, and Rudiger, Silva, and Aspilicueta are the defensive four. We know that Rudiger is leaving Chelsea at the end of the season. He's going to go to Real Madrid after his contract is expiring. And apparently, I read today that Aspilicueta is going to Barcelona at the end of the season as well.
Yeah, so maybe players sort of playing for contracts, trying to up their value here. But to me, it's just about Chelsea being able to show up here. I think Wolves they're struggling right now, and been really bad in the last few weeks, giving up goals in bunches. So I'd probably take Chelsea minus 1.5 here. Um, but I'd also look at maybe Chelsea and over 2.5 here. I think this one's all Chelsea. If Wolves are lucky to get enough to get on the score sheet, great. But yeah, I think it's all Chelsea here.
I actually like Chelsea to win to nil in this one, to be honest. Wolves are solid. They are in the eighth place, still in the Conference League hunt, but they are the team that is not scoring a lot of goals, honestly. And despite Chelsea not being at their best, far from it lately, they're still one of the best defensive teams in the league. They have conceded only 29 goals, while Wolves have scored only 33, 34 games. That's an average of less than one scored goal per game. So I mean, with Lukaku finally being in the starting lineup, do you think he'll be in the mood to try and do something here in this game?
I would hope so. I mean, that's tech. I mean, I hate to sound like Captain Obvious here, but it's kind of his job. I mean, I know Lukaku and maybe looking like he has a lack of interest has sort of been the mo in certain past past games. Trust me, I can take it from me. I can tell you when we had him at Everton, it was the issue. But you know what? I think he shows up here. I think players play, and I think that it's at some point, your big guns like Lukaku have to step up. I mean, Werner's been playing fairly well. Did you
Yeah.
say Havertz was in the lineup as well?
No, he's not. He's on
He's
the
on the
bench.
line. No, he's on the bench. Still, I think the big guns for Chelsea come out to play today. And given that Wolves haven't scored in 3 games, I think you could definitely make the case for Wolves to win to nil. But I still like Chelsea to show up in droves offensively today.
Now, Wolves do have a pretty solid lineup out. Jimenez and Neto up front. The Donker, Neves, João Moutinho in the midfield. Willy Bolly, Connor Cody, and Size are the defensive three. And honestly, I'm not sure I would dare to put only three defenders against Chelsea, like Wolverhampton did. Uh, but we'll see. I know that Chelsea has paid a lot of money for Lukaku at the start of the season, but I think they might sell him after the season he's had.
Now the question is where. I mean, here's
Exactly.
here's the thing. This is what I was just thinking. Actually, funny enough that you mentioned this because I was just like, well, where could I see Lukaku ending up? Maybe somewhere he hasn't gone before. Borussia
Back in
Dortmund.
Inter.
Borussia Dortmund, back where they need a striker.
You know what? If Bayern decides to sell Lewandowski, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to sign Lukaku.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, two. Well, I mean, like we're saying here, two German giants, both needing to replace a top forward. Could he go to
I believe
Germany?
that I believe that Dortmund is signing that Adeyemi kid from
Oh,
Red Bull
okay,
Salzburg again.
okay,
And there were rumors before when Haaland saga started that they are working on signing Skamaka
okay,
from Sassuolo as well.
okay.
So we know that they don't like to spend a lot of money on players when they're signing them. So they usually buy players that are cheaper and then kind of develop them in, in that right way and sell them for a bunch of money. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But I don't think it's impossible for Bayern to go for it now.
Yeah,
If they sell Lewandowski, and apparently Lewandowski does want to leave, but we'll see if that will happen still.
yeah. There's still tons of time to really shake everything out in the transfer market.
Yeah. Now, Chris, is there any other game that you're really interested in the EPL of those 10 a.m. games?
Nothing that I love enough. I mean, obviously, I'm personally rooting for Aston Villa, but again, that's just personal preference as an Everton fan. So
Yeah. Now, let's mention the championship, Chris. We had every game being played at 7:30 a.m. today. That was the last game of the season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I would think so. I think that was the last one.
46th. Yeah, that was around
Yeah.
46. Yeah, that was the last game. So the situation as is, Fulham has lost 4-0 today to Sheffield Wednesday or United? To Sheffield
I think Sheffield
United.
Wednesday. Oh, was it
United.
United?
Yeah.
There's too many
Uh,
teams in Sheffield.
I'm trying to find. Oh, and with that win, Sheffield United has gotten to the promotion playoffs. They are now fifth. Fulham has won the title. Bournemouth is second. So these two teams are going straight to the EPL.
Yeah,
Fulham has scored 106 goals in 46 games this season. So that's a nice accomplishment. Huddersfield, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United, and Luton Town are going to the promotion playoffs, Chris.
yeah, and you know what? Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Nottingham Forest go back to the Premier League, but right now I think the team to beat is Huddersfield. They're coming in on four straight wins. You know, they've already beaten Nottingham. Or sorry, they've beaten. I'm trying to remember. They beat some. Oh, they beat Middlesbrough, but Middlesbrough got knocked out of the title race. But still, Sheffield maybe also coming in off of that big win over Fulham. But again, you got to take that with a grain of salt because Fulham didn't have a ton of much else to play for. They were playing on the road in that game, so it's not even like they could play for the fans at home. So yeah, I still think Huddersfield, just in terms of momentum, probably the team I'm looking at to emerge from those four right now. But again, there's no gimmies in that championship promotion playoff, so it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see who comes out of that.
Now, Chris, Mallorca and Granada is now 2-4 for Granada on the road. If they win this game, they will get out of the relegation zone, and Mallorca will drop down to the relegation spot. Are you interested at all at Atletico Bilbao and Valencia, or shall we just move on straight to Betis and Barcelona, Chris?
I'll just say quickly, I was looking at the draw in that Bilbao Valencia game. Um, I think we were given. Correct me. I may have given out Granada in the
Yeah, I
video.
believe you did. No,
Yeah.
actually, we didn't make a video for this
Oh,
one,
well, we were
but
talking
we did
about it.
talk about that one yesterday. Yes, I know that BTTS in over was a hit, and just the both teams to score was like at minus 125 or something like that, if
Yeah,
I'm not
that
mistaken.
was a gift, and now looking like mine or sorry plus 300 with Granada, Cat could have a good shot at catching as well. So, but yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm looking at the draw. I think in that Bilbao Valencia game historically, the draw has been extremely profitable. Four draws in the last six meetings. Both teams really sort of fighting to regain form over the last couple of games. Granted, this game means a lot more to Bilbao, but yeah, I don't know. I think Valencia could put up a fight here. Four draws in their last six. Granted, they're winless in their last six, but again, four draws. I think it could happen here again.
yeah. Now, what are your thoughts about this Betis and Barcelona game? We know, Chris, that Betis is fighting to get to the Champions League spot. They are now 3 points behind Atletico Madrid. Barcelona is in second with 66 points. They could use another win at least to kind of solidify that Champions League spot, but they have lost three of their last four games. However, all of those games were at home.
Yeah, it's not a good look. I think if you're trying to really decipher what we're gonna see from these teams, but you know what? I think I'm still looking at goals in this one. Despite a few disappointing performances from Barcelona recently, I think this is a game they're going to get up for. Both teams really sort of trying to put their stamp on the last few games of the season. Betis have a ton to play for here as well, but I think I just like both teams to score an over 2.5. Maybe just the over 2.5 if that if both if you're anticipating a one sided game, but I'd probably go with Barcelona as well. I just that recent form for Betis where they're playing well enough to get a point, but not to get over the hump, and against teams like Getafe, Valencia, Real Sociedad, and then taking the loss to Elche as well. Yeah, I think I'd probably go with Barcelona, and I'm expecting goals in this one too.
Yeah, you know what? As a Barcelona fan, I will sprinkle something on Barcelona definitely, and just the money line price is good enough at plus money. I did mention that double I have as a preview with Barcelona to win and over 2.5, and Liverpool to win and over 2.5. But I do like goals. I like both teams to score and over 2.5 at minus 129. Of course, we don't have the lineups out yet, but the injury list for Betis is very, very short, and the fact that they're fighting for the Champions League spot, they got to go out here and try to get a win. Well, Barcelona, they do have a few injuries. They are missing Piquet. They are missing, I don't know who else. But they did get also Fati back last weekend, and he's going to be a massive, massive addition to that team for next season. I'm looking at the injury report now. Migueza is out, apparently. Gonzalez is out. Pedri is out. Piquet is out. And Dest is out as well for Barcelona. So they have been struggling with injuries on the defensive end for the entire season so far, and I think that they can't wait for this season to be over. To be honest, so we'll see if they can get another win here to kind of secure that Champions League spot. But I do like goals more than I like Barcelona here, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we're both on the same wavelength on that one. That goal is probably the way to go in that one.
Yeah. Chris, is there any other games today that you're very interested in?
Nothing that I don't have for my parlay. So how about you?
Sassuolo Udinese, both teams to score. I think that's a pretty solid pick, and you probably could even add the over 2.5 in that one. Let me just pull up the price here. That's in the Serie A, guys. Sassuolo and Udinese. Uh, Here are. We see that the books are expecting goals just because. I mean, both teams to score is minus 315, so that's a crazy expensive pick. And both teams to score at over 2.5, minus 195, so that's expensive as hell. I honestly don't know what else. Maybe go over 3.5 in this one. Just keep it simple and get a plus money on it.
Yeah,
Or just take Scamacca or Berardi to score a goal at any time for Sassuolo. We are getting that. Berardi plus 132, Scamacca plus 163.
that's not a that's not a bad option either.
Now, I see the question that Darrell has asked here. Chelsea, we do like Chelsea to win. Liverpool, I think that Liverpool also gets the win. Gladbach is playing tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know against who. And Atletico Madrid is playing against Real Madrid tomorrow. So I think we could expect Atletico to get a win here with everything that Real Madrid has gone through and the fact that they have secured the title. But I think Atletico can get a win there, especially because they're fighting to stay in the Champions League.
Yeah, and Gladbach playing Eintracht Frankfurt tomorrow. So
Yeah.
a couple of tough games in there, but definitely you can see the reasoning for it. I think.
Uh, Chris, let's talk about that French Cup finals that we have going on today. Nice against Nantes. And I know that the finals should be at the neutral venue, but by the stroke of luck, Nice has gotten to the finals, and the finals has been decided to be played in Nice. That was before it even started. So Nice is technically the home team here, and they're facing this Nantes team. What are your thoughts?
I still like Nice here. I like Nice in 90 minutes, but if you want, take them to lift the trophy, reduce your price a little bit, but then you cover yourself in extra time or penalties if it goes that far. But again, I I, I like Nice here, and I think I like Nice would be just based on their defensive prowess. They've been playing really good defensive soccer as of late. And Nantes, yeah, Nantes is scoring goals in bunches, but they're also giving up goals in bunches as well. And against this Nice club, that's not something that you want. So, yeah, I think I like Nice in 90 minutes, but I also like Nice to to lift the trophy as well.
Yeah, needs to leave the trophies minus 177 here in my book. Which I think if you put in a double with something maybe I don't know from the EPL, maybe take over 2.5 in that Liverpool and Tottenham game, that will give you a nice price here. But honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to taking these on the money line in the 90 minutes at plus 110 here. I think that they are the better team, and the fact that they're playing at home is going to be a huge help for them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people necessarily don't forget about, but just lose sight of the wrinkle that, like you said, this game is in Nice. So home field definitely going to be big considering. You look at their recent home form. You go back 6 wins and a draw in their last 7, and just a lot of mixed form for Nantes on the road. Just 1 win in their last 8 away from home. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Nice probably the better bet in this one.
Now, Chris, it's that time of the day. We are getting close to the end of our show, so let's get on with the parlays.
Yeah, and I made sure to give myself a lot of time with these. Um, so all these, looking like the afternoon games. Um, for my 3 leg parlay, I'm gonna go with Lazio on the money line against Sampdoria in the Italian Serie A. I'm gonna go with both teams to score in Liverpool Tottenham, and I'm gonna go with Sporting on the money line in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. Wrap those 3 up plus 233. I think that's a solid parlay for Saturday afternoon.
You said Sporting Moneyline
Yeah,
and Liverpool both teams to score.
yeah.
And what's the price on this parlay?
Plus two Oh, sorry.
What's the price on the parlay?
Plus 233.
Huh, it's not bad. Okay, and I will take. I have 2 picks for now. Uh, I am gonna go and take something in Portugal as well. I thought Sporting's playing tomorrow. No, but it is today. Is that the last round in Portugal? I don't think it is.
No, I don't know. I mean, you keep doing your thing. I'll try to grab that in the background.
All right. So I do have I have over 2.5 in Liverpool Tottenham. Over 2.5. I do have Betis Barcelona over 2.5. And I will take both teams to score in Benfica and Porto matchup in Portugal. And
Yeah,
that is plus 260.
yeah. There's four rounds total left in Portugal if you include today.
Which means that
Or sorry, 2 rounds left. Sorry, two rounds left. My apologies.
If Benfica snags the win here against Portugal and Sporting gets the win in theirs, they could get to the top of the table, no?
Uh,
Am I calculating that wrong?
no, they could tie at the top of the table, but Porto has a plus 16 goal differential right now. Or sorry, plus 61 goal differential, and Sporting just has plus 45. So is that the first tiebreaker?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to find it. I would say yes. So, yeah, Porto is probably going to win this one. But, anyways, guys, so here are the parlays from Chris. Lazio Manuline, they are playing against Sampdoria at home, right?
Yeah,
That's in the Serie A. Take Lazio on the money line. Liverpool versus Tottenham. Take both teams to score. And take Sporting on the money line on the road against. Who are they playing against? They're playing against Portimonense on the road. So take Sporting on the money line in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. And my parlay here is Liverpool versus Tottenham over 2.5 goals. Betis versus Barcelona over 2.5 goals. And Benfica versus Porto, take both teams to score at plus 260 for this parlay. Who do you think will get the win, Chris?
don't ask me that because that's a loaded question. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't put out the parlay to lose.
I hope both of us gets the win here
Yeah, I hope
because these
so.
parlays are very nice. The games have started in Bundesliga about 10, 12 minutes ago, Chris. Union Berlin has scored against Freiburg. It's 1-0 in that one.
Yeah.
Granada is tearing Mallorca apart. It's 5-2 right now. Torino Napoli is still 0-0 at the end of the first half. It's 41st minute right now. Let me just look at the stats here. Four shots on target from Napoli, one shot on target from Torino, 56% possession for Napoli, but still 0-0. Dortmund and Greuther Fürth. Dortmund has zero shots still. Fürth has three shots, none on target. I hope that picks up soon. Hoffenheim and Leverkusen is still 0-0 as well. And Hoffenheim has actually been dominating in the first 10 minutes, but we'll see what's that going to go to. Anyways, Chris, you got anything else to add?
No, just
No.
excited for the games today.
So, let me know if I need to go take a ride to your house and take you for burgers for those premiums.
We'll see.
No?
We'll see.
Yeah,
See
that's
if
what
I see
blind
if
people says.
what's that?
That's what blind people say. We'll see.
Oh man.
Anyways, guys, that's it for today's show. Then Chris is being a coward right now.
Easy.
I can't believe it.
I thought you were gonna ask me to end the show with a dad joke, but I was gonna be like,
Go for it. Hey, I'm always up for a
look,
dad joke.
I have a soccer dad joke, but you gotta really be a soccer fan to understand this one.
I hope we have a bunch of soccer people here in the live chat.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying you have to really be on. Make sure you know what I'm talking about to really get this joke. What did the Hajduk fan say when he wanted to leave Zagreb?
hi, oh Jesus, you got a dad joke from Croatia?
Yeah,
What?
he split.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the people won't get
Okay,
this one.
thank God. Because I was gonna say I don't put any. You know what? I get it. We got a hardcore fan base here, but still, it wouldn't be the first time that my humor was lost on anybody. It probably won't be the last. But
Well, that's it, guys. We do have a bunch of videos coming up on YouTube, so make sure you check those out later on today. There will be a parlay for tomorrow as well coming up on YouTube, and that's it. I still have four previews up on the site. I'll put in a package now for those afternoon games. Now I need Borussia Dortmund to score some goals in this one, and I hope they will. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, and we will be back here with you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Enjoy your day.
yeah, that we will. Good luck, everyone.